Can you imagine packing up meta for less than $20? In this episode of Flexing on a Budget, I will be featuring none other than the ninjas themselves for under $20. If you're interested in this deck profile, I will be featuring this deck profile during our $20 Tuesday. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're not. Make sure you are notified that when Tuesday comes that you see this video. So in this video here, I am going against meta. We starting off with Hanzo, one of your best starters. This card basically is your searcher. When it's normal summon, you can add one of your ninjas to add cards from your hand, your deck to your hand. We set our Hanzo, and this might be your typical ninja combo. Like, yeah, I'll showcase some spicy ones in the past. You can check them out. But it's a control deck. You know, you set 4 and you pass, and trust me, during opponent turn you are playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. So here we are seeing the opponent is going to activate the effect of 5 minutes. The fine one, I'm telling you, just to get some interruption and some pluses, because this is basically how this deck plays. So you know, cards go to the graveyard. The plan here is for him to activate the effect of Gulamel in reaction to the effect of the ruler, but fortunately for us, we had another Book of Moon in hand, which I'm going to chain here, because whenever you chain any cards between the activations of effect, the Golem cannot activate the pop effect, because it has to happen directly after the effect of one of the Draco Tail. So we put this card face down. The opponent is going to be setting a card, and unfortunately the ruler does destroy a face down card on the field, doesn't target the actual Draco Tail is so nice. We are gonna lose our dancing leaf, but that's fine. We can still work with what we have. So during the draw phase, because I want to ensure that we do have some form of interruption, we are gonna activate Kage Bunshin, you know, the ninjutsu art of duplication, to special summon 3 of our ninja monsters. 2 copies of Tobari and a copy of the Mitsu of the Inset Ninja. It basically gives us the ability to destroy, to negate monsters' effect by putting itself face down and flipping one of our face-up monsters. The opponent goes into a copy of Ketsu and then instantly goes into Sir Arthur, the Arthur himself, by sending to the graveyard yet another Ugala and a copy of the pack. So basically this guy now can destroy a face-up card, monster, special summon monster, and yet again destroy a face down face down of his trap card or magic card. In the unfortunately, we are gonna be negating the effect of this Sir Arthur. You're gonna break your back here, because the last card in the chain, flipping this face up, and then the opponent is unfortunately going to be destroying our Kage Bunshin. Most likely he did this because whenever the monsters, this card is sent to the graveyard, the monsters itself summoned are destroyed. But fortunately for us, the Tobari cannot be destroyed the turn it is special summoned by battle or effect. So we are fine, and our insect is face down, so nothing's gonna happen here. Nothing's gonna happen there. And now we are gonna go into a Maizen. Yes, Tobari, one of Tobari effects is actually gonna quickly fusion summon one of your ninja fusion monster, and we are gonna go into the aura farmer himself, the drip god himself, Maizen, the battle ninja. Check out the feet. Check out the feet. Alright, from here, the opponent now is gonna go into a copy of Rahu, which is gonna trigger the effect of our Maizen. Maizen basically has the effect to special summon a ninja monster from your deck face up or face down on the field. And I'm going into a copy of the Gyo, the Gravity Ninja. Can you feel the gravity? Everybody's going face down. Gyo's effect is gonna trigger as channeling 2, because we get channeling 1, we're gonna get the effect of Mulu Mulu, which is a little too late here, bro. Too late here. I'm gonna put 2 cards face down. Mulu Mulu is gonna negate the effect of Maizen. Yeah, bro, a little too late for that, my guy. And any cards Gyo puts face down is unable to be flipped, which is just crazy. Yeah, so this is one of the reasons you're gonna see the Book of Moons in the deck, because the deck really capitalizes on the opponent having cards face down. With cards like your ninjutsu art of dancing leads, you can actually tribute a face down monster. It doesn't have to be yours. So basically, if you have your opponent monsters face down, you can tribute your opponent monster as your own to special summon one of your ninja monsters from the deck. The opponent now is trying to attack, but nah, bro, we have a second Book of Moon. Put your backside face down, my guy. Oh my god. Alright, he's gonna add his 5 minute back in his hand here, has his multiple sets on the field. But you know, we have an idea of what set, because we tend to see it in game what set. So I'm gonna attack I'm gonna attempt to destroy the one which is most effective in the present game state right here. Now, our last card we had was a copy of Notebook. So Notebook will basically set our dancing leaf back on the field and a copy of our Hanzo. So during our turn, we are looking so good. Like I tell you guys, the deck doesn't have so many combos. Basically, it's a mid-range deck you set and then you combo during the opponent's turn. And they are one to, unfortunately, Banlist hit some of the cards like Appaloosa, so kind of like took off some of the really spicy combos the deck have. But if you want to see some of the combos, you can check out this video right here, link here or in the description. I have some spicy combos I've featured with this deck back in the past, but now we are just going ham on the meta deck right now with a deck that costs about $11. Oh my god, this is crazy. During our turn now, we are gonna flip our Hanzo and we are gonna get a double chain here. When Hanzo is flip or special summon, yeah, this card has two effects. It's an old school Yu-Gi-Oh card, right? When this card is flip or special summon, you can add one ninja monster from your deck to your hand except itself. Then you're gonna trigger the effect of our gear when a monster is flip summon. You can destroy, target one card your opponent control and destroy it. This middle card is the biggest threat here. We are gonna attempt to destroy it. GG's my guy. GG's, oh my god. In this duel, we open a very basic hand and we are going second against K9. Yes, K9's my guy. The opponent, bro, this one is so funny, right? The opponent opens the Noroi. Now, you know Noroi can peek at your hand and the bro's like, bro, what is this man playing? So the fact that I am playing Bukamon poses a threat instantly because of their quick play spell card, and we're gonna see how exactly. And here's the guy, force release. Yeah, this is gonna be quite interesting. This is gonna be quite interesting because we have to be very mindful of how we navigated this and how we navigate these lines versus K9. But like I said, the ninja deck is a very mid-range deck, you know, so it allows us to hang in with some of the best decks based on, you know, just on the cards we draw a little longer than most would expect. And like I said, the deck is under $20, so any accomplishment is this is just a flex in itself. So we're gonna activate Bukamon during our main phase 1, to start our main phase 1, just to bait out the release. Then I'm gonna activate Bukamon again because basically this effect's now gonna fizzle out because this is phased down. So we no longer have to worry about the Reaper. Going to the Hanzo, normal summon Hanzo is gonna give it our effect to our ninjutsu art of dancing leaf. And like I said earlier, this card basically allows us to tribute a face down card. It doesn't have to be our card, it can be the opponent, and this is why we are playing Bukamon. We want to put the opponent card's face down. So during the opponent's turn, yeah, he's gonna lose that Reaper. He's gonna potentially lose that Reaper. Now we're gonna attack through the copy, or yeah, we got Drill. That's fine, bro. This deck doesn't suit you. Drill doesn't really hurt you. There are some combos maybe, but about 90% of the time, nah, you wouldn't even care about Drill. Ash is what you'd fear the most, right? And I'm gonna show you guys how we deal with Ash. I'm gonna show you guys how we deal with Ash. So we're gonna attack through the IP Masquerena, and I was thinking like, bro, maybe I should activate this. Like, nah, bro, you want to be so mindful whenever you're playing against Kina. You do not want to activate card effects in your hand because basically, if he has a Izuna, bro, we're gonna get a whole combo. It's like, nah, fine. Let's set our cards and just play during our opponent's turn because this is how we love to play. During the draw phase, I'm gonna quickly activate our ninjutsu dancing leaves, so we don't get rid of the Reaper before this is flip face up, and then we get Ash, bro. This is what we hit the most. However, like I said, because Ash basically neutralizes both of your continuous trap cards, which are your combo starters or your play starters. So you know what, bro, I'm playing Solemn Strike. I'm playing Solemn Strike. So basically, you know, we want to have an answer to Ash because Call by the Grave is only at 1. So I'm playing Solemn Strike to make up for the numbers. So the opponent plays Ash, bro. I'm breaking your Ash back. We go into a copy of our Tobari. Tobari basically, like I said earlier, I guess you guys don't know the ninjas. This guy cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect, the turn is special summon, and also has a quick effect to fusion summon one of your ninja monsters. Opponent goes into K9, goes into Jackal, such as a Jackal effect. So see, I know, bro, he had a Uzuna in hand. You see, so had we going into the Mitsu, bro, we would have been in a world of pain. A world of pain. Boom. Now, I made a slight mistake there, right? Upon the activation of Jokul, I should have activated the effect of Tobari to go into a copy of Maizen. And now when this card would have not been summoned, if I could trigger, I would activate Maizen effect now to put them face down here. So that was a misplay on my end there. But let's just call it a flex, because even with misplaying with this deck, it is still screwing over meta, which is crazy, because now I'm forced now to activate our Karma Cannon, which puts all our cards face down, but we are still in a good spot. The opponent doesn't have any way to play past this, so it kind of still made up for the misplay, but I would have rather I did the ideal lines, but we're good. So the opponent cards are now face down. I'm gonna return this card back to man, because this is one of the special effects this has. You can return one of your ninjutsu continuous traps or spell to your hand, including itself, so which means we can basically use it over. So now the opponent has face down cards, we can just treat the opponent's face down cards for ourselves, bro. So you see, like, it's a mid-range deck. Like, once you know how to play this deck, understand this deck, and I'm horrible at this deck, and bro, we're still seeing results. You can really put in the work. We can really put in the work for a deck that's about $11-12. That is crazy in itself, man. To return this card to our hand, I'm now gonna activate the effect of insert to special summon itself. I don't really care about anything, because basically I wanna, once you have cards face down, this effect is live, so I don't care if the opponent activate any monster effect here, his back is gonna get broken. So now I'm gonna flip Hanzo face up. Hanzo, when flip face up, allows you to search. This guy's like, nah, bro, nah, I'm not taking it. The combo here would have been so flexy. I think we would have been able to OTK, or at least deal some great damage on the opponent, and I don't think there's no coming back to this based on how we're already set up. All right, now it's time for the ultimate flex here. The starting hand is not the best, and I'm playing against another K9 deck here, and yeah, I didn't want to activate the Tobari hand effect yet. Bro, this card has the most effects, man. Tobari is your MVP. Yeah, nah, Hanzo is your MVP, hands down. This card basically has an effect to allow you to discard it to special summon one of your ninja monsters from your hand. So it's kind of like way to extend, to play, but I'm like, nah, bro, I'm playing against K9 here, and I don't want to play into a Izuno. So let's just summon this card, because on its own you can still utilize cards in your hand to fusion play. So I'm gonna set my Kage Bunshin, and we have a copy of Floodgate Trap. Yeah, bro, spicy tech. Like I said, the deck wants to have cards face down on the field, so we can utilize our Dancing Leaf and other, some other cards. So this is a spicy tech. This is a very spicy tech. Yeah, my god, bro, he had the Izuna. So had we went to this hand effect, bro, would have been sucking salt all night now. Goes into Izuna, attempting to attack, like, nah, bro, Tobari is not having that. And now we are gonna go into a copy of Maizen. My goodness, the drip god. Aura farmer himself. Oh, cannot be stopped. Maizen is on the field, and then I use the copy of the green ninja in my hand. So basically, now when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can set one card on the field, face down. So in case my opponent was thinking of, yeah, let's try and do some extension or whatnot, I have his level 5 face down. So now he has to use, he has to do this. All right, so now an effect was activated, which triggers Maizen. Unfortunately, Ash, like his birthday. Ash is, bro, Ash is the card you want to deal with. We don't care about Drew, we don't care about Full House. Ash is horrendous. All right, opponent activate Ash. Unfortunately, this cuts his hair. The opponent goes into a copy of Jax and attempting to target or destroy our Maizen, but that's fine, bro. Kage Bunshin right here, tribute our Maizen, and now we are gonna special summon a copy of our Inset and a copy of our Hanzo face down. So Hanzo is face down, so you can Inset effect can be live, because if the opponent does activate a monster effect, we can flip Hanzo face up and then negate that effect. This is main phase 2, so I'm kind of like fine with special summoning these two from the deck. This is the most active we could have gotten, so I'm fine with this here. Move along. Opponent ends his turn, So precaution, alright? Very precaution. I'm gonna set a copy of auto bar in case any monster effect is gonna activate here. Flip Hanzo, I'm gonna get the effect. Hanzo is gonna add to a hand Baku the beast ninja. When Baku is added to your hand, you can special summon, and when it's special summon, it allows you to add a ninjutsu or a ninja card from your graveyard or face up on your field to your hand. But the opponent is like, nah bro, I'm time scamming you, I'm wasting time because there's no way a deck costs $11-12 is gonna beat my deck that costs $1 million. What a flex. I'll tell you guys, if you guys want to see the deck profile, stay tuned to $20 Tuesday where I'll be doing an in-depth deck profile of this, but this video just to show a flex.